And I did see some of the videos with Dr. Saab. I like how,
No, bro is in the house.
I like how it's
I actually
Dr.
told him,
Saab and JD.
I told him this week I'm recording with Brodha. She's back. And he sent me a heartbreak emoji. He's like,
Oh, so
hey everyone, welcome back. It's Jojo with...
And Shruti, what's up, Joe? How are you?
I've got to call you Mac now. Return of the Mac.
But it's so good to be back. This feels
it's
like
so good to have a
I
Mac.
thought
My
it was
God.
much longer, And right now when you ask me kitna time hua, in my head I was like, हाँ 2-2.5 महीने हो गए. And you're like, नहीं 1 महीना ही हुआ है since we
I
recorded.
would have killed you अगर 2-2.5 महीने हो जाते. 1 महीना हुआ है, but
Oh man.
we recorded like few weeks ago, and
Yeah.
I know you were on your way for a holiday. People were
Yes.
asking me, so I said last I heard she was sipping a margarita on the beach of Goa. Uske baad, then she went MIA on me, so then we reconnected.
Can I please tell you what happened?
Yeah, tell.
It was a 10-day long holiday. Huh? In my mind, it was like, oh, it's going to be so relaxing. And yes, the margarita on the beach was like the idea. Wahan gaye. It was one of those first holidays where friends ke really tiny kids, and I'm talking like under 3 and under 2, like abhi, like, उन्होंने बाहर निकलना शुरू किया types. अब इन बच्चों के साथ हम लोग गए. It was such a strange holiday. My first experience with friends and their children, because I think it was strange for the parents as well. Because the first 2 days, we were trying to be adults about it and like go to the beach. Ek to itni garmi thi, Goa gayi thi main, and it was so hot that we all got a heat stroke by day 2. On top of it, all these kids were splashing around happily, like, in the pool and give way. And I'm like, yes, Shruti Masi is going to show you a good time. And I'm like chilling with them. And they would come right here. Uske pehle they were perfectly fine. But suddenly they would come right next to my face and sneeze. Like full-blown sneeze into my face. And obviously by third day I fell sick. And uske baad jo flu hua, 9 din ki holiday. Starting 2 days is the only day that I enjoyed. That's why I went MIA. And this flu took 25 days to actually get
Takes a long time. I know.
Yes,
I took 3 weeks once. Yeah. It just doesn't go away and you're like, oh, not feeling 100%.
And apparently right now, everybody is going through that. But I did not give up, even with that, like really, like I'm clogged up and I'm like unwell and I'm like, nahi, beach pe jaake main rahungi. Not realizing that all of us are getting a heat stroke because it's really hot. And then by the time we came back, I needed a break because the holiday had been exhausting. And kids are round the clock, man. I did not realize. I was just like, okay. So anyway, that was that. I'm very happy to be back.
Wonderful month she's had, but we missed her. She'll be back whenever she's up for it and free. So don't people keep sending me messages and I'm just trying to deflect.
Can I please
everyone
just
calm
say,
down.
Yeah, the messages were very sweet. Like I've recently been getting like, actually, and I've also been kind of like keeping my distance from Instagram as well. And because that's one of the only, a lot, but now even more so. Can you imagine? Like at least pehle mein aise, like, I was a complete voyeur. Like at least I would be there even if I wasn't posting. Right now, I was even off that. I was completely away. And so I was just like completely disconnected.
You had your detox. Yeah.
Fully. And now when I actually went on it, the messages were so sweet. Some of the messages were so like understanding of the break and yet like completely adorable. So guys, thank you. Like I didn't realize, but I actually missed you guys. Anna missed you, Joe. But like it's just all of it is, and I did see some of the videos with Dr. Saab. I like how,
bro is in the house.
I like how it's
I actually
Dr.
told him,
Saab and JD.
I told him this week I'm recording with Brodha. She's back. And he sent me a heartbreak emoji. He's
like,
I was like, relax, you'll get, I know, I was like, relax, you'll be back, but
I'm guest featured now, don't worry. No, but let me,
we just manage this very,
but the one, too, but I have to say this because I saw a couple of videos and I love Dr. Saab's energy. Like he's so like dancing and he's like fully grooving.
He's actually controlled. He's actually controlled in the videos. You should meet him in real life. I can't take his energy. It's just, I mean, I love it. Touch wood.
I can see you trying to like control. Like the day we're recording, the video that released, This is the day when Jyoti fully shut him down and said, "Nahi, lyrics main hi padungi." And I was having a secret laugh in that moment because I remember those days when your lyric reading was, you guys remember that, right? Like it was through the
Somebody
roof.
commented
And
also.
I
I
was
know.
like,
I know. It was hilarious. But he तो अभी वो भाई है तो वो he's just like he's doing
I
his
love
own
it.
thing, and I was like, hello, wait, there's a format here, you know.
Lagera. That is, Dr. Saab, that's the huck you need. And just go for it. Loved it. It was great
The
content. I
cutie.
loved it.
So yeah, so he's also like now I think initially when you and I started recording also, and then Gaurav
Yeah.
also, okay, everyone was very new to the hip hop world. Even I was when I
Yeah,
started.
yeah,
So he's also
yeah.
in that zone where he's catching up and he's exploring. So it's kind of nice to get that view all the time of someone
Yeah.
who's not as into it as you and me now, because
Correct,
you know,
correct,
we've been
correct.
around. But having said that, there's also like, oh my God, can I tell you my stuff?
Yes, please.
Because
Catch me
this is
up.
turning into a catch-up session, but it's just, let's just say, because we've been doing it together for so long, there's
Yeah.
just like we go really quickly, guys. We go really quick with our
Mm.
recordings because also radio background, we kind of know how the cues and we get, you know, the
Correct, correct.
flow
Yeah.
of things.
Huh.
Obviously it takes
How
time.
to fake organicness.
Yeah, how to fake organicness.
Right.
Now they'll comment. Now they'll be like, we do it, we do it. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. She's just joking, relax.
It's a joke.
No, someone actually said, why did it feel like, speaking of that, no, someone today only in the video commented, why did it feel like you heard the song before? And I'm like, kitna bhi aap honest, you know, try karo ho na, people will not believe you if they don't want to, because the lens we go to
also-
avoid listening to a track
Yeah.
before
And
the
also
reactions.
with our radio backgrounds, it's impossible. Even if we are listening to something for the first time, we
Yeah.
can't help it. But I think wo aadat ho chuki hai to have very controlled emotions and yet kind of let go. But you'll
Yeah.
still have a very doctored
still
approach
feel-
to the whole thing, you know?
No,
So it
but
sounds
it's-
like it's fake, but
yeah.
it's not. Yeah.
But it's not. But I think why they said it is because subtitles aa rahe the video mein. So
Huh.
I mimed the lyrics at one point. Like I sang along because the lyrics were in front
Oh.
of me, even though I
But
never
that
heard the song.
happens.
That
Like
always
second,
happens.
third time when it
It's okay.
repeats.
Yeah, but it's for the viewer, they don't know, na? So I'm like,
Correct, correct,
relax.
correct.
If the lyrics are there, I will sing along or try to. So
Yes.
okay, now our catch up is done. Let's come to the
Yeah.
mudda.
Yeah, yeah.
Today's video is Brother V. One very rare thing has happened. Brother V has dropped a track. Just like
इस
your
साल तो बहुत
reappearance.
हुआ है यार. No, but इस साल Brother V has been dropping.
Actually,
like,
that's
फिर भी,
true. And
compared
he
to
also
last time
said
around.
he also said on
Yeah.
Instagram recently that this year is going to be the year of most releases from him. So he's going to be at it nonstop, which is great.
Very cool.
I'm very excited about this. I was told that it's a beautiful love song, and I was like, "What, from Brother V? What? I like it."
Sarcastic love song hoga. Like even if it's a love,
I'm
like
sure. he'll have bars and
Sometime
he'll
will
have
happen.
reference. Yeah, he'll have
Yeah.
this thing. But I'm just very curious now, and plus, it's I think in Tamil, so it's I don't know if I'm pronouncing
Subtitles.
it right. It's Azhage, which could be pronounced in some other way. We'll hear it in the
Huh.
song.
Yeah.
Falling. And it says, a love song like no other. Azhage is Brother V's ode to love in all its forms. A suave and fresh take on love songs. Brother V's first outing as a romantic is a fusion of modern and classical beats, which he's known for, seamlessly coming together, oscillating between rap verses and a Tamil chorus. Azhage is a heartfelt love letter from a boy to a girl and how she sets his heart aflutter. Or a celebration of beauty and marriage between new age lyrics and traditional Carnatic sounds. Ooh. This is vintage Brother V. Azhage is a swoon-worthy love ballad with a Brother V twist. Listen, let's just get into it. I'm very curious
And
now.
when is this released and stuff?
It
Like,
released
when
abhi 11th ko, 11th May.
Acha,
So just it's been a
like,
couple of days. We're getting to it
Huh.
very quickly.
not bad, not bad.
Yo,
Okay, ठीक है.
yo. Okay, ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, play.
For a glimpse when the strobe lights scintillate, I could let it all go and be a sim today. Ethereal is the most pious I felt. You a star, shimmering like Orion's belt. Yeah. She put a smile on the story. She moves like words in the mind of a poet. Give me a recipe, doc, for when she passes by, my jaws involuntarily drop. You elevate the beats of my heart. I find myself to be speechless a lot. I'd like to adapt to your ways. I wanna get trapped in your gaze. You deserve love from a guy who does treat you right like a queen just to wife you up. With the charm of a diva, the calmest demeanor. I got me strong cause I got me a keeper. That's when I perceive the truth. So angelic that atheists believe in you. I give in to pillow talk with fondness, cause you're living proof that God's an artist. So I'm falling for you. I want you. I need you. I'm falling for you. I want you. Oh girl, I need you. En kuralun pere tedum unakaga idayam yengum. Yanake sinfully. Her chord was struck, my heart plays symphonies. Your lips are mine, the thought is all bliss. Gyrating hip, she flaunts us all thick. These other girls don't get to use my duvets. My vision ain't bloody, they're truly two-faced. I'm on a diet, I don't do no buffets. But I'ma get a snack cause you a souffle. All sugar, and I like the insulin. We set the match like the Wimbledon. A 10 is what you are, you attract my looks. Now I can't get enough of you like catchy hooks. It's petty, but they can all envy me and test me. Cause every time you're next to me, I'd go to war across seas like a Viking to give you a life that's all travel high end. Destroy pantheons for you, to be frozen in time, spend eons with you. I keep it 100, my principles sound. You can bank on me, I'll make your interest compound. I think I'm falling for you. I want you, I need you. I think I'm falling for you. I want you, oh girl, I need you. En kuralun pere tedum, unakaga idayam yengum. Yanake ni yanake venum, alage neena. Un vasanam tempo kekkum, kavidai kodum kannal pesum. You can be my beckham, alage neena. Alage neena. Alage neena.
I was watching right till the end. Who was watching,
Yeah.
na? Or did you stop it? How?
Yeah. 1 second. He sang as well. He was
And
singing.
very well. And very
Oh.
well. He sounded so good.
He sounded like A.R. Rahman at one point to me. I was like, okay. No, but like he sang.
Yeah. And like right from and not like, you know, like there are other people singing along with him. It was just him. And like he
Yeah.
was rapping and singing. And he has
Yeah.
a fantastic, and we've discussed this before. He has a
No,
fantastic.
but like but not
Yeah.
so much.
Not so
It's
much.
so much. Because I scrolled
Love
down. I
songs
was
bring
like,
that out. Yeah.
I was like, there must be someone else on the vocals or backing or harmonies. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
him here.
I'm taking a little bit of time to like kind of reel over it and realize, because
I
also the
also.
video is shot
Yes.
really well.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
that whole mix between making it look new age, but yet being culturally very rich. That mix is phenomenally
So
done.
good.
Right? Right?
And both
so,
the stories also, and like,
so initially I thought it was the backstory of each other. Like, you know, I thought like old age of the same couple. And then in the middle, I was like, no, wait. Like right just before the end, before we see that last letter, I was like, oh, no, maybe it's just how it was, you know, in the excerpt right in the start, you read it out and said it's love in all its forms. I was like,
Yeah.
no, maybe it could just be separate couples, different couples and their story. And then in the end, that letter came out. I was like, oh no. So there, like he kept the, you know, the cliffhanger that, oh, they went apart. But then this couple who we've been watching, and then in the end, we know, oh, they did get together. So it's adorable. So the storyline was really good. The video was really good. The dance, she was so beautiful. And everyone looked very gorgeous. Like, can I just say, like I was looking at
Yeah.
them and saying, it always helps to have these good looking, beautiful, very intense, you know, faces on screen, because it kind of holds your attention like that. So it was very nice. Songs I don't even want to come towards. First, you tell me what you felt about the video, then we'll come to the song.
Yeah, dude, I think the video, like, here's where I am slightly confused about what you also said and what I understood. The
Yeah.
papers are very different. The paper that wrote, I will be waiting for you and I will always love you. The first one was a very small tone out paper. The second paper was a full paper.
Full paper.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't
also
the
looked
same.
new.
Yeah,
Huh.
it looked like brand new. It didn't look like old. Kuch nahi, they, you know, thoda sa
Yeah,
they
yeah,
should have
yeah.
like rubbed it or something.
Yeah.
It looked old.
Little aged it. That's the
Aged
term.
it,
for
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so I'm a little confused about that because the
Hmm.
papers were different. So I feel like because of that little detail, they are two different couples. One is young, one is old age.
I'm
And they're
with
kind
you
of
on that.
living
It
out,
also could be.
they're
Yeah.
kind of living out the same, you know, like specifics are different, but love stories are often the same. So they're kind of living out a similar.
That's an interesting viewpoint. Like I would think, I mean, I would have from midway through, I thought you were going to say that, you know, she married somebody else and there's enough and a lot of love with that person and you grow old with that person. But that first love she still remembers and that's the note she pulled out or rewrote or whatever. But I like where you took it, that it's like different stories can, you know, be similar. And yet you're
Yeah,
like, I think
I feel that.
all of these are interesting. Like
Yeah,
that.
because like last week also there were a couple of love romantic songs at this thing, and in that also I told Karan, I was like, it feels like the emotions that we all go through and situations we all go through are universally the same. The
Correct.
specifics of our situations and life circumstances will be different, obviously.
Correct.
So similarly, I was getting that feeling, and the thing is, he was giving her medicine, the you know, old uncle, and she was not taking, and it generally felt like she was very off. I don't know if I'm
Just
right
like,
about this, but she was in her own zone. He was trying to woo her. So it feels like, now here's my confusion. The papers were different, so it's two separate love stories. But then I'm like, maybe that little detail they overlooked. So they are actually the same people, and she married someone else. And then she was never into that guy as much as her first love, who gave her that paper. And then she dies holding that paper in her hand. So this is my like confusion, right? So because in
I
all
think
the
we can
scenes,
go
she
with
was
all
very,
these versions. I think,
why
you
not?
know, like the version I'm choosing to go with purely for so that I don't feel sad and I feel happy is that they just left the story at a very midpoint, which was a cliffhanger point that, oh, they went apart, you know, he was about to propose and never got to. And then just overlooking the detail about the paper being wrong and just saying that how wo pehle pani puri khilata tha and she was like, no, yahan pe ab wo dawai khila rahe uncle. And like, she's like, no. So it's that same
It could be,
feel. And then in the end, like, you know, but she still loves and that love is expressed through that she still held on to that, you know, proposal, which he never did. But yet, you know, how did the paper come to her then? Even if the first couple,
yeah, because the handwriting is the same. So
say if it's the other, say if it's a different
very
person, then
confused.
how did the girl ever know that he was planning to propose with the letters? You know, that is also there. But without going, you know, further into this, but it was wonderful. The fact that we're talking about it and getting
Yeah,
into
it's
it.
just, listen, the video really took me back to the 90s music videos where there used to be a
Yeah.
story and there used to be like storyboarding and there used to be a concept, you know, like I
Yep.
miss like enough of the, anyway, let's not go there, but
No, I'm with you. I feel it. Yes.
Hedda,
Yeah.
just
100%.
it's not just about saying the lyrics to the camera and wearing nice clothes and being in nice backdrops and sets and all of that. So very beautifully done. I feel like okay, let's talk about the music.
Hummable. It's going to stay in my head. Even if I don't understand the lyrics, although the lyrics, you know, which I didn't understand, like Tamil lyrics, which were there, fantastic. Like
The
always, anyway.
translation was there. So
Exactly, in the
thank
CC.
God.
So it was so beautiful. And I know I'm
Yeah.
going to listen to the song again because it's a very easy listen. Like, you know,
Yes.
it plays with your emotions on a way. And once you know what roughly the lyrics mean, then
Yeah.
you can listen to a song because you've got the meaning of it once, you know?
Yes.
So then you can just flow with it. And sometimes
Yeah.
even when you don't know the meaning, it's okay. If it's sung well and it's a beautiful melody, you just, you know, enjoy and you flow with it. It was stunning. That part where he
So
talked
good.
about angelic and stuff. And at the same time, the way
I'm
it was
gonna pull up
shot,
the lyrics.
there was like piche ventilator mein se, the way the effect they had given the light was like rays and coming out of his, like, you know, the whole frame, and he looked angelic in that moment. So
Yeah.
just the words, the way it was placed, the song itself, the melody, the way the music had been arranged, it wasn't the kind of thing that we listen to and say, "Arey wah, kya alag kya? Oh my God, gazab." No, it wasn't all that. But yet at the same time, it was so smooth that you want to listen to it again and again and again. Like, you know, easily it can be one full-on love song for at least 2 weeks. Like easy one.
It's the melody, the hook, and everything. So this thing, and this is why I keep saying, to and generally to the hip hop audiences, it's not about the song being in Hindi or, you know, one particular language.
Yeah.
It's just about you. If you're really a music enthusiast, you will move beyond the barrier of language and you know, understand the emotion. So and how difficult is it when the translation is right in front of you? It's right there. You don't even have to do any work, you know, to understand what's being said. So feel the song, feel the music, and I feel like he has like this is, so we've heard rappers do romantic melodic tracks. We've heard the shairi style of it a lot. This is the first time I feel I'm hearing a love song that is so lyrically in the rap, like it's so, you know what I mean? Brodha V, he's thrown in so many word plays, so many references, so many bars, or like this is bars on bars on bars. Every line had something in it. And by the time the second verse came in, I was like, okay, only Brodha V could crack it this way, where he's expressing love for someone in this very layered rap way. You know,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
straight lines. It's
We've
not.
heard it before though, huh? I'm sorry. Like you're saying this,
I
like
don't
I'm
think like
thinking of a
this.
lot of Youngstana songs. I'm thinking of King K few songs, but
No,
I know
not
what you
like
mean.
this.
Not
Yeah,
in the Brother V style. It can't be in, in Brother V style because
yeah.
that's his style only. The way
They've
he
all
mixes
done it.
it
They've
and
all
the
done
way,
it.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
no, you're right, because that's what
huh,
I'm saying. We've heard it, but the
yeah,
amount of stuff he packs in, and with
yeah.
Brother V, you kind of expect every line of every verse to have
Correct,
multiple
correct,
layers in
correct,
it.
correct. Yeah.
He's done that even in a love song, which to this extent I've not seen before. You know, obviously it's his style and others won't do it, but
Brother V is
I
delivered. Like I remember the
first
last
two, I
song
was
that
just like,
we
hmm,
stunning, no? Yeah,
yeah,
no, I'm
yeah,
saying the previous song that we heard of his,
yeah,
in the middle, if you've reacted to another song, I don't know, but the last one
no,
that we reacted together to,
yeah, that was the
that
last.
was a bit of a disappointment. I remember one of the ones were, and we even spoke about it, that maybe our expectations were too high because, we were waiting. So it was a good song, but it wasn't this one is totally like, when you think of Brother V and then there is a song and that kind of does full justice to the song that you've heard and you feel like you want to pause after having heard it because there's
Hmm.
enough material to unpack in the song, whether it's lyrically, whether musically, whether even in the video, in the thought, and then you want to just take a pause and say, "Ek minute, na, 2 minute dena, main abhi aati hu." Like you want to take a break like that with the song, which is what's beautiful,
Yeah,
and you expect with Brother V
yeah.
because yeah,
Also,
it's
his
not
last
easy.
few tracks, sorry, his last one collab was with Krishna, but his last few tracks
Uske
like
pehle.
Bujima and Basti Bounce with Jordan. I
Yeah,
think it was
yeah.
Bujima that you're talking about.
I don't
Um,
specifically remember, but it was
or
those.
Basti Bounce.
Yeah,
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 those
yeah.
I feel like he was trying to be in that easy vibe,
Correct, correct,
you know,
correct. Yeah, yeah.
more like sort of towards the commercial sound, so it's
Although
easier
that
to
dancing step of Bujima
consume.
was really nice,
Uh,
but like something always
with Basti
remains in
Bounce,
his songs.
yeah,
Basti bounce, yeah, which is true. Like with
bouncing.
him, it's always he always delivers some aspect which will stay with you,
Hmm.
and you'll want
Hmm.
to go back to it. So
Yeah.
which is amazing.
And
Which
I'm
is
seeing the strategy very clearly. He's like, I'm gonna take over the South. He's very clear about it because he's using every language possible. And this one had Tamil. I think the last one was Kannada. And he's done the other languages as well. So I
yeah.
feel like he's got a strategy, and he's like, the South is mine. Y'all in the North keep doing. So anyway,
You do
just say,
you, I do me.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm taking over
it's
this
nice.
zone, this
Yeah,
space.
very cool.
But I feel like, I mean, people in the North will miss out if they don't get on this train, because it's a vibe. It's a vibe, and like
We are a
I
huge
totally,
country. I think everybody will survive with more music. So sab
yeah,
kaam pe lag jao, sare artists.
सबके लिए
Everybody start
space है.
delivering.
Yeah,
We need more
I,
and more music.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, obviously you will vibe with something when it's your language more. That's a given.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
given. I'm just
Correct.
saying that in this prime example, where how he's fused the sounds first of all in the music arrangement, I cannot get over. It's so beautiful. It almost like I know there's more than one composer, but it just really reminded me of something a Rahman would do for one of his movies, the kind of love song he's made, like Oh Hamdam Sunyore. I don't know. It was just in the very like zone of like he's fused worlds very
Yeah.
in a very easy to consume way. It just falls so easy on the ears. At no point
Correct.
from start to end of the song did the music make me zone out or anything. It was just so smooth, and yet there was so much fusion going on.
Yep.
So
Yep.
anyway,
And it's a 4 minute song.
it's a long
It
song.
held.
It's not a
Yeah.
short
It held
song. It's not.
attention fully. Yeah.
Yeah. And the chorus, I just loved. Actually, the minute it started, I had this smile on my face because I was like, oh man, this sounds so good. It sounds
Yeah.
so good. So sometimes that happens when it's a completely different language. Like Karan and I reacted to Paimona last week, and it's Dari, it's Persian. You don't know the language, When I first heard it, I wasn't watching the video with the subtitles even, but I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Music
okay.
has a separate language. It just
Yeah.
yeah.
You just have to feel it. That's all. Nothing. Don't overthink. So let me go through the verse because
Yeah.
listen, there's a lot of layers in it.
Yeah.
For a glimpse when the strobe lights scintillate, I could let it all go and be a simp today. So I've never heard the word simp in a thing. Ethereal, it's the most pious I've felt. You a star shimmering like Orion's belt. I was like, there, he started. She put a smile on the stoic. She moves like words in the mind of a poet. Give me a recipe, doc, for when she passes by, my jaws involuntarily drop.
And I love involuntary the way he pronounced it because it was very just to fit the meter. It wasn't even. It was like
he broke it up.
Like no, like he just ate up half of it, but yet it sounded complete. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You elevate the beats of my heart. I find myself to be speechless a lot. I'd like to adapt to your ways. I want to get trapped in your gaze. You deserve love from a guy who does treat you right like a queen just to wife you up with the charm of a diva, the calmest demeanor. I got me stumped because I got me a keeper. That's when I perceived the truth so angelic that atheists believe in you. I'd give into pillow talk with fondness because you're living proof that God's an artist. So, pre chorus. I think I'm vouching for you. I want you. I need you. I think I'm falling for you. I want you. Oh, girl, I need you. And then the chorus in Tamil, which I will not butcher with my pronunciations. Okay. So it's Azhage. Azhage is how it was
Z is
pronounced.
yeah,
Azhage.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm tempted in all ways sinfully. A chord was struck. My heart plays symphonies. Please read. Your lips on mine, the thought is all bliss. Gyrating hips she flaunts is all fake. Okay. These other girls don't get to use my duvets. My vision ain't blurry. They're truly two-faced. I'm on a diet. I don't do no buffets. Okay, so he's like, I'm not interested in multiple
Yeah.
people. You're the one, but I'm gonna get a snack because you a souffle. All sugar and I lack the insulin. We're set to match like the Wimbledon. Oh, okay, nice. Set match Wimbledon.
Yeah.
And then the next line
Very
is
nice.
a 10 is a 10 is what you are. So a tennis. A 10 is what you are. You attract my looks. Now I can't get enough of you like catchy hooks. Haha, nice. It's petty, but they can all envy me and test me because every time you're next to me, I'd go to war to cross seas like a Viking to give you a life that's all treble high end. Treble high end. This guy, man, destroy pantheons for you to be frozen in time. Oh, nice. It's gone into history also.
Yeah.
To be frozen in time, spend eons with you. I keep it 100. My principles sound. You can bank on me. Bank on me. I'll make your interest compound.
Oof.
Finance में भी चले गए भाई साहब. Very nice.
Ah.
Okay, listen.
The words he uses
Madhavi
are his
says-
only. You never
Yeah,
expect
you
these words
can't.
to be there in a song. Like, you know. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Who proposes like this? Who professes love in this way, right? With these kind of lines. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. It's only Brother V. I've never heard it done like this. Like, you could bank on me, I'll make your interest compound and all is happening. You know?
Yeah.
So hilarious. Okay, loved it, guys. I mean, it's a vibe, and I think we should all. You know what I just want to say is that I was actually having this discussion. I can't remember with whom offline. That there's a lot that's happening in Desi hip hop and Indian hip hop that's very great. I love it. People are making crazy tracks to crazy beats and music, but there's no, you know, like how drill and grime is very a UK sound. There's no Indian sound yet, which is not drill or not, you know, those things have come from outside. All those things have come from outside. There is no like and I remember
recognizable.
It's from here, you know, someone here sat and a group of people here sat and created a sound that was very unique to hear. And then that kind of went outside like, oh, this is very quintessential Indian.
But I mean,
this thing. He's doing this
I think,
in his way.
Yeah.
In his
like
own way, Brother
usually
V.
using Eastern instruments becomes a little bit more like, you know, certain instruments that get associated with India, that happens. But I know what you mean. The whole fusion bit of it, the way he's doing it.
I mean, you can do that with that. That's one way of doing it. There's a lot of ways. There's just, I mean, it doesn't have to quintessentially sound like it's Indian or, you know, this thing with the, the tumbi is a very, very specific sound that you know.
Tabla, sitar, tumbi.
So,
correct. Harmonium,
so I'm just, the reason I'm bringing that up here is because I remember MSM, who's, you know, one of the pioneer engineers and this is from the grime scene. He said to us that when we were making music in our bedrooms, we didn't know we were making a new genre that was going to get called grime. It was garage first, and then it became grime, and then grime went off and did its own thing. Now there's drill.
Correct.
So when we were actually sitting and making it and creating this new like raw sort of sound, we didn't know we were going to create something brand new. So I'm just saying that I want to see happen in India. I want to see
but
that
that's something that will happen by chance. It'll happen something when everyone's authentic to their own side. Exactly. Only in retrospect, we'll say, hey, you know, that's when that change happened and now that's happened. And like, you know, so
which is
I guess
why
more
I feel
energy
like
and more power.
That's why I'm bringing it up because I feel like, which is why I feel like Brother V is going in that way because his music and like I said right at the start, the way he fuses is so vintage Brother V, right? It's so something that only he's doing. I'm not seeing that in a regular basis in anyone else. And he's purposely making that his sound. So more power. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, we will end here. This has gone on very long, but I love the discussion. And welcome back to Ismola. The Mac has returned.
Yeah.
Yay. We don't know. Okay, we'll talk about all that later. But chalo, we'll get to the next video soon. Chalo,
Okay,
take care of you. Live long and prosper.
என் குரலும் பேரை தேடும் உனக்காக இதயம் எங்கும்